Hello everybody, my name is Matthew Prager with Lease-to-Own-Dishwasher.com, the nation's #1 commercial dishwasher website. Today's illustration is going to be going over the basics of a commercial upright single rack low temp dishwasher such as this one. This is the American Dish Service AF-3DS Anthony Frank 3 Dog Sam. In my opinion, it's the best upright dishwasher on the market for a number of reasons. It has the thickest stainless steel. They're a vertical manufacturer. That means that they take one big piece of stainless and they mold it. So what does that mean for you? You have less rivets, less connections that are holding the machine together. Before I get into this informational video, I would like to remind everybody, please like the videos, please subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so that you can get the feeds when I upload new videos, every week. So basically what we're doing here is we're going to go over the basics of the low temp single rack dishwasher. Every low temp single rack dishwasher on the planet is exactly the same in that they have what's called a control panel at the top. Okay, the control panel at the top is nothing more than the cam timer inside, which has little discs that introduce flow of chemical and then obviously decrease the flow of chemical. You have 3 pumps on the front, which are called peri pumps, or peristaltic pumps, I should say. It's a fancy word, better known as peri pumps. And inside the peri pumps, there's tubing called squeeze tubes. And the squeeze tubing basically is what picks up the chemical and puts it into the water in the dishwasher. Above each one of these pumps, you have 3 switches, which will prime the lines. So, if you want to prime this line, you just hold the switch, it turns the pump, and it will bring the chemical up to the top of the line. Because if you're not getting chemical in your dishwasher, it almost always means that it has to be primed. So this is your control panel. Okay, the cam timer at the top has all these little discs in it. You can see here where it says sanitizer, rinse aid, and detergent. All you have to do if you want to introduce more chemical into your dishwasher is you're just going to open the disc a little and close the disc a little. There's 2 sides to it, almost like an Oreo cookie. You just hold down the left side and you push down the right side. That will open the flow or decrease the flow. This is your cam timer. This is what controls the flow of chemical. Here is your detergent. All you have to do when you want to adjust the flow of product going into your machine, so you don't have to wait 6 hours for your service tech to show up with the rental company, you just want to hold down the left side of the disc. You see what I'm doing here? You hold it with your thumbnail. There's another part to the disc down here. You push that down or up towards you or down towards the floor with your other finger, and all it's going to do, the closer that these 2 discs are together, it's going to increase the flow of chemical or decrease the flow of chemical. So again, you hold the left side of the disc for any of them, and then you always adjust the right side of the disc to pull it up and down. Hold the left, adjust the right. Open more means more chemical, and closer together means less. It's constricting the amount of chemical. I hope that helps. Anyone can do it. You don't have to pay $1 million to the rental company. You don't have to wait 6 hours. Guys, this is so simple. It's like riding a bike. I would have to say one of the most common service calls to the rental company would be that your sanitizer levels are too low in the machine, and then you have to sit there and wait 8 hours for your service tech to show up when you could have just done this yourself. I mean, it takes about 2 seconds to do, and if your inspector's there, you're going to want to know how to do these things. And not to mention that once you're, more knowledgeable about this, you're not going to get ripped off by the rental companies. You can do these things on your own, and you can just own the dishwasher. Okay? So this is called your cam timer. It's so simple. It brings in chemical. It increases chemical and decreases chemical. You have 3 pumps, 3 switches that'll pick up the chemical and prime them. Every dishwasher has a start and a fill. The start button is kind of immaterial because when you open and close the doors, basically what it's going to do is it's going to turn the cycle on automatically. The only time you'd ever use that start button is if the door switch may be in the back here, which is what activates the dishwasher. Sometimes those little switches, they get knocked off their seat, or they're not seated properly, I should say. And all you have to do is just turn them straight and get them side by side again like this, and the door operation will work again. But if you're in a rush and your dishwasher's yelling, I can't turn the machine, just tell them to hit the start button, guys. That's all you have to do. It'll activate the cycle. You also have a fill button, very important. In the morning, if there's any water left in the front of the machine, you can see it right here in the drain area. I would just take out the drain like this, the drain ball in the front. I would let the water fall down, and then I would just refill it with hot water, fresh water, and then start your day like that, because the last thing you want to do is wash a rack of dishes in the morning with dirty, greasy, cold water. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the inside of the dishwasher. Inside the dishwasher is very similar to your home style machine, and what I mean by that is you have two wash arms, one at the bottom, one at the top. They come off, it takes 2 seconds to take them out. It's got two little prongs here. You just take them out, you unscrew the cap, you spray through it with your pre-sprayer, and it will blow all the soil and junk out of the spray arms. It's very important to know that. Another one of the most common service calls in this industry is that your dishes are not coming clean. Why are they not coming clean? More than likely, your wash arms are totally clogged with lemon pits, meat, pieces of beef get stuck in there, whatever it is that you're serving there. Guys, you have to take these out, your dishwasher, you have to train your staff to take these out at least 3-4 times during a business day. Unscrew them, spray them out with the sprayer, and then put them back in the machine, and you're back to the... Okay, this is a quick demonstration of the wash arm inside the dishwasher. You have one here, and you have one at the top, okay? They're both exactly the same in the way they come out. All you have to do to take out your wash arm to clean it is just pull this lever. You see what I'm doing here? You just pull it out, okay? You pull it out, and then you lift off your spray arm, okay? And then you have a little part at the top here of the spray arm, which is containing obviously blocking the water from coming out. All you need to do, a quick little trick, you just go to, you can go to the edge of your dishwasher right here. You just line it up like this, guys, and then you just turn it, okay? Obviously to the left, you just turn it, and then to the right to tighten it, left to turn it, right to tighten it. And basically what you want to do is you want to take it off so that when you spray your wash arm, excuse me one second, when you spray your wash arm out, because you're going to blow through here with your pre-sprayer, you want to make sure that this end cap is off so that you don't so that the all the food soil can blow out. All you do is unscrew it, you just keep screwing, and then you end up having a clear path right through the wash arm, okay? So that's a very simple illustration of how to do that. Again, you just screw it right back, and I'll demonstrate that. You screw it right back on like this, okay? It goes right back like that. You just turn, okay? You put your wash arm right back inside the machine. It goes just like this, all right? You put it right down, and then you just, all you do is just close the little clamps right there, and you're back in business. Simple, guys. Don't worry about these simple, basic maintenance things anymore. They are so easy to... The inside of the machine, really, it's nothing more than just two spray arms. The water is being fed from underneath, from the motor. It's, you know, it's a 1.5 horse pool pump motor and dishwasher motor, but they really are pool pump motors. And it's pushing water up through the spray arms, and it's giving it a ton of energy, moving that water around with a ton of energy. Just a gallon of water, guys, is moving around in there every wash. So that's the inside of the dishwasher. The doors open and close, very simple. They just open and close. They're on what's called door guides right here. Very simple. Anybody can operate them. So in the front of your machine, we talked about this before, you have what's called a drain ball and a drain solenoid, this weird looking box sticking off the side of the machine. A drain ball is what's seated down into the water, into the drain, and that's what holds water in the machine in between cycles. If your drain ball starts to erode, which it will because it's just a rubber ball, guys, don't worry. You don't have to call the rental company and wait 8 hours to fix this. All you have to do is take off the drain ball, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is a drain ball, okay? It looks just like that. It comes right off. You slide it off. The bottom of it gets eroded, okay? Like right here, you just turn it over so that you have the fresh side of the drain ball, and you put it back on the drain line, just like this. You just push it, takes 2 seconds. Now you have a drain ball that's gonna last you another 6 months. put it back in there, and now it's going to hold water for you. That's another very common service call that I think people are making to the rental company. And you know, you're waiting around all this time for somebody to come over to your restaurant when you could have fixed this yourself in 10 seconds. You don't have to waste money with the rental companies to learn these things. These tubes in the front, all they are is just your chemical lines. I mean, it's a very, you know, you gotta just have a basic understanding. They start up here, they're picking up chemical, they go, you know, it goes down the back of the machine, and it comes up in the front, and it introduces chemical into the water. So that's very important to understand that those are your chemical lines. I would say one of the most important things to know, top two definitely, would be at the bottom of the machine you have what's called a scrap tray. Your scrap tray is basically a stainless steel. It's like a mesh stainless, okay? And what happens is food builds up inside of the scrap tray, and when food builds up inside of the scrap tray here, what's going to happen? You cannot get water down through the tray. Okay, so one of the biggest issues I would say in a commercial restaurant when it's super busy is you have water flooding all over your kitchen. Why would you have water flooding all over your kitchen from the dishwasher? Well, it's common sense. If water can't get through the scrap tray, if these are totally clogged, you're going to have water backspilling over the scrap tray all over your kitchen, and that is the last thing you want to happen. So you have to tell, I should say, you must train your dishwashers and your employees to take out this scrap tray every 2 to 3 hours, or every hour if you can, and just dump the food in the garbage, dump out all the proteins and the grease, and just have them pre-spray it with the pre-sprayer, and then all you got to do is just stick it right back underneath the machine, and that's basically all you have to worry about with the scrap tray. But don't let that be a 6-hour detour in your business waiting for the service guy to show up when you could just take that thing off and clean it yourself. This is the machine standing back a little. We talked about the scrap tray. This is where the scrap tray is underneath. All you have to do is slide it in and out, and have the employee that's helping to clean the dishes, or the owner or whoever, just pre-spray this thing every hour or two, and make sure you don't have any food soil building up in here, because you will end up with a flood, guys, if water cannot get down through the drain. Okay, so that's your scrap tray. Very, very basic other operations of this machine. I mean, there's a motor at the bottom like we talked about. There's really not much to know about that. I offer a 5-year warranty, 100% parts and labor. I would never recommend anybody messes with the electronics of the machine, only because I don't want anyone to get hurt, and it's very hard to demonstrate how to replace a motor. Just to, the average, day-to-day person that's never touched electricity, like me. I don't mess with electricity either, so I consider myself exactly in the same boat. But my 5-year warranty will cover 100% of the parts and labor of the motor, and you don't have to worry about that at all. All you have to worry about is basic maintenance, again, like we spoke about, and that's pretty much all that there is to this machine. So again, if you guys like this information, if you like the sort of basic breakdown of this single rack upright dishwasher, put comments in the comment section. If there's other machines you'd like me to demonstrate just the basics of, I'd be more than happy to do that. Again, put them in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, click the notification bell, and I look forward to putting many more of these videos online, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. The website is www.lease-to-own-dishwasher.com. My name is Matthew Prager. You can call me anytime, 888-980-6951. I'm around every day, even on the weekends. It'll forward to my cell, no big deal. All right? I'll talk to you guys soon. Make it a great day full of abundance.